Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am planning the week of November 12th through 18 right now in my Recollections planner. And so I am using my fall full boxes again, just like I did last week, so I'm not going to show you too many details of them because you already saw them. And I'm going in a little bit of a unique direction this week. I am doing pink and this like turquoisey teal color. Rather than like the traditional red and orange, yellow Thanksgiving or fall colors. So these two washes are both from Michaels, and then this one is from a set from Amazon. So I'm going to be using these this week, and I think that they actually will go very well with some of these full boxes. So I am going to be doing that. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So first, I think, so my plan is to use this wide one on the bottom with the florals because it kind of brings in both colors. So the reason I am not doing a voiceover this week is just because of time constraints. So I have a lot going on, and usually it takes me extra time to edit and do the voiceover over just editing my regular like talk through planning. So this is what you're gonna get this week, so hopefully you don't mind it. I might be back to the regularly scheduled voiceovers next week. We shall see how it goes. So let's see, this week I feel like was kind of a busy week, mostly in that I just like didn't know what was going to be going on. So I was summoned for jury duty, so I didn't know which days I was going to end up having to show up. So it was kind of tricky to like schedule my life around that. Naturally, neither of these is perfectly straight, but I don't really care. And then I'm going to just use this skinny teal color to kind of like fill out the rest of this up until the dots. Let's see. Yeah, so what else did I do this week? I am not totally certain, actually. We got our first big snowfall, as you've probably been hearing about on other Plan With Me's of people in the Northeast. I am not in New York City, which is where most of those people are. I'm in the Rochester, New York area, but we definitely got a decent amount of snow. That meant that driving was, of course, a nightmare. Oops, that tore a little, but I think that'll be okay. And then also we had to shovel the driveway and things like that, which was not very fun. All right, so I'm gonna start on my sidebar using this full box with this girl wearing a pink sweater and holding a lantern. I think it goes really well with the colors that I'm trying to pull in this bottom washi. And I also just really like this one. I'm bad at cutting boxes, so please don't blame me for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you put this on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6th line down in the Recollections planners, it lines up perfectly with the top. So there's that. Usually I put in habit trackers, but I'm actually not going to do that this week. So I'm going to use some of this like marbly and gold washi. It's like a little bit wider than I might usually use in a sidebar. But I really like the pattern and the color, and because I'm not using any habit trackers, I have a little bit of extra space. I just figured I'd take a break from all of those while I'm like so busy with this time of year. So this is one of the Happy Planner sticker sets. It's called, I think, Gold Digger, and it has a bunch of, you know, like get shit done kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to find a to-do list kind of thing to put in, or something along those lines. Don't find one I love. All right, so I have a few of my extras. This is just an extra like turquoise full box. I don't even know where this is from, to be totally honest. But I found this in my leftovers. So I'm just gonna put this down here. You can totally see where this is not straight now. Well, that is special. So let me see if I can like pull this washi up and make it like less not straight. Also, I don't think I cut this box straight. So anyway, that'll be fine. So I'm using this gold, like navy Muji knockoff pen. So I'm just gonna create my own to-do list in here. It's pretty much the same things every week. Research, teaching, thesis, and then this week I get to add jury duty, and then prep for our trip to Phoenix. So those were the things I had to do this week. I made progress on all of them, so that's pretty exciting. So that's what I had. Going back to the same book, I need to find something to fill in this space. So I am just going to try to find something that kind of like goes with the colors. That's like a full box kind of thing, because I can just put washi around it. If I don't find something that I like, I can just pull another book or something like that. I think I'm going to pull this Work Hard and Dream Big one. It has like the turquoise color in it, so it kind of goes. And I'm actually just going to lay it down without any washi or anything, because the pink of November in the Recollections Planner goes with this set, with this particular week. All right, so moving on to Monday. I'm going to be filling in full boxes as we go. I still have some scraps of washi from last week, but that's fine. So we shall see how this goes. All right, so first I'm just going to use this like tape that, let me just trim off that little bit. I'm going to use this dark turquoise tape to make my header at the top. I feel like the middle headers I can kind of skip if I want to, but I like having a top header at least. So I'm just going to put that in right there. All right, so first up is I had a shift from, oh, let me see. I was going to pull, so this is another, sorry for the weird noise. All right, so this is another Happy Planner set. I'm not sure what this one is called, but it has a bunch of useful things, including like little tiny icons. And then also these like today and to do. I don't see colors I like in those todays, which is not great. So I'm just trying to find some colors that I like. For some sort of like icon. So I could use these. So I have these stars, or I have these littler ones. All right, I think I'm gonna use these really tiny ones. Pull in my tweezers here. So I just need to have a way to mark my work shifts in my part-time job. So I'm just gonna mark them here and then just write that I have a shift, and Monday I worked from 9 to 12. All right, next up I had a meeting with a student. So I have a ton of leftovers from various kits here. So this one is from my Autumn is Calling set, and I really like this color pink. So I think I'm gonna use one of the quarter boxes in that color, if I can manage to like remove the little extra bits. Let me just like stick that to the edge of my table. I'll clean it up later. All right. This is not like the fault of my stickers. This is me being terrible at cutting things. So when this happens, sorry. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that down. That is like not straight at all. That was like terrible. All right, I'm gonna put this down here and just write that I had to meet with a student. All right, and then next up after that, I had a meeting with my nutritionist. So I feel like that kind of gets like some special importance. It's not really a priority. Could be an appointment. So this is that same Gold Digger set. Black is a little bit harsh, but I think I might use it anyway. There's enough dark colors in the set that I think it's going to work out fine once we actually put everything together. I'm going to use my tweezers just because I'm really bad at laying all of these things down. And I'm just going to put with, and then I'm going to put nutritionist. Nutritionist. That's apparently a very difficult word. All right, there we go. That is done now. And then my other things I did that day, I worked on my thesis, I dealt with some emails, and I did some designing. So I think I'm gonna actually put down some more of this skinny teal colored washi to cover this next section right here, just like I did with the top one. I don't know if this is going to happen for every one of these days, but at least for Monday. All right, so my thesis, I am going to mark with one of these bow clips from Creative Cavern Studios. I just need to pick one that I like the color of. I feel like I want one of these like dusty pink ones. I think I'm going to use this color right here. So I'm going to put it on this side, and I'm going to mark thesis on here. So that's one of those things that I work on most days, or I should be working on every day, but some days goes better than others, unsurprisingly. All right, and then I'm going to start pulling in some of this like bright blue color. This is from my airplanes set leftovers, so this is just a little thing from here. It's not exactly the same color, but I like how cheerful it is, so I'm gonna put this in here and just write emails on it. And then last up, I did design stuff. So I don't have like an obvious sticker for that, so I'm gonna use this fancy patterned quarter box, and I'm just gonna put that down here and just write design. So I've been working on some things for Black Friday, so you should definitely all keep an eye out for that. I will be having a sale in my shop on Etsy, and it will be for Black Friday all the way through Cyber Monday. So I definitely would love it if you guys shop. And there will be some new releases for mostly Christmas themed stuff, which for printables is the right timeline. All right, so I need to pick another box. I think I'm gonna use, no, I don't want to use the one with the hat like right there. I think I'm gonna use this one with pie, just because I enjoy pie and I feel like I like the colors and I like how cheerful and fall it is. So these headers are like a little bit long, so I'm just gonna have it cover part of it. Okay, Tuesday, I didn't work until the afternoon, but I know that I'm gonna put my box in the middle of this day, so I think that I just know that I'm gonna put down headers on all three of the days. So let me see if I can just do this quickly so that I don't have to cut this part out. Anyway, so for my sale for my shop, I am still finalizing some details of what exactly that will be, but definitely check out my Instagram at Creative Life of Liz, and I will be putting all of those details on my Instagram page and also in my Instagram stories. and I will be posting the new releases. I'm hoping to post them on Thanksgiving so that you guys can like browse a little bit ahead of time. That may or may not happen though, to be completely honest. All right, so for this one, I think I'm gonna use this cute little dog sitting in the leaves for Tuesday. I'm just putting that in the middle. Okay. So yeah, definitely check out my shop. That would be amazing. I would really appreciate that. Okay, so on Monday or on Tuesday, let's see, I'm just gonna pull up this fancy label first. See if I can trim off the edges. Okay, so first I edited my plan with me and that went up. So that was a little bit later than I planned on it going up, but it happens. So I tried to get that done first thing in the morning so that it would be up for you guys. And then other things I dealt with that day, there was not that much going on. All right, so I have a couple of different samplers. This one does not have any like laundry things on it. All right, this one's from Courses Creations. I'm trying to see if I can like find, so these are like the little laundry here. And this is also from Courses Creations. There's these little laundries. And then I have some leftovers. I think these are from Bella Digital Designs. So I think I'm going to use this tiny leftover washer machine to mark that I did laundry. And then I also need to mark that I had emails again, as always. And then I had jury duty phone calls. All right, so let me see if I can find the sheet. All right, so here's my little things. So just like I did before, I'm going to put one right here, and I'm going to mark emails if I can find my pen. Above that, I'm putting laundry. All right, and then down in the bottom half, I'm just gonna mark jury duty calls. I'm gonna give that a half box. I think I'm actually gonna use this like peachier color. Nope, I'm gonna go one more dark actually. Use this like kind of brownish pink color, maybe mauve. I know color words. So I had to make calls midday and then again in the evening to figure out what my jury duty schedule was going to be. So I'm just going to mark down that. So jury duty calls. And then at the very bottom, I had curling. So I'm just going to use a quarter box in this bright blue color. To mark that we had a late game for curling. So that just means that we're on the ice at 8:45 in the evening. All right, so Wednesday, all I really had was jury duty, and then we went out to Cocoa Garden for Malaysian food in the evening because I was like so tired out. I think even if I wanted to cook, it would not have happened. I probably would have failed. All right. So I'm still gonna put down all the headers. I know I said that I wasn't sure I was gonna use them, but it seems to be the case that I'm using them, at least on this half of the week. So hopefully I just keep going with this. All right, so jury duty, I got called to be on the jury, and then they decided that they didn't want me after all, which was fine with me. That meant I got to go home midday. But yeah, all right. So for that one, I am going to mark that in the center of the page with a half box in this bright blue color. right here. And then I pulled out my sampler from Courses Creations. This was the election day one, but I'm gonna pull this like little Statue of Liberty monster and put him in here because he like goes with the colors, and it kind of goes with, you know, jury duty. So jury duty, and then in the evening we went out to eat, and I am not sure how I want to mark that. I'm not sure why it's such a struggle today, so I'm sorry about that. All right, I'm looking through the Gold Digger one again to see if there's a way that I want to mark that. Well, I use some black. All right, so why don't I just use one of these black hearts from the Happy Planner set. So I'm just gonna put that right here and mark that we went to Cocoa Garden. All right, so obviously a lot of space here. As such, I already planned on needing to use 2 boxes for this day. So I think one of them is gonna be this one with like the cookie cutter and the oranges, assuming I can successfully separate it from the page. All right, I think I will put this one up at the top. So I'm just gonna line it up there. All right, good enough. And then at the bottom, I'm gonna put this like hat and hot chocolate, or maybe coffee. I don't know. I imagine that it's hot chocolate. I also don't drink coffee, so I might be biased in this particular instance. So I'm gonna put this down here. All right, so that's the first half of the week already done. All right, moving on to the second half of the week. So Thursday, I am going to start out the same way I have been, with putting down the same like turquoise / teal washi to cover the headers. So yeah, let me just do that quickly. I'm sorry if I can't talk very well at the same time. So Thursday, I think, was probably my busiest day. I was trying to catch up from being out on Wednesday because I could not go to work since I was at jury duty. So I had like a lot of emails to deal with and some other stuff to catch up on. And I had a bunch of students to meet with because they had assignments due. All right, so I want to put something in the center here, and I think I'm gonna put these cookies. This is the box I was looking at when I thought that I might want to incorporate some blue into this week. So I feel like it's a good choice to put in the middle. All right, so at the top of the page, I'm just gonna mark, this was our first real snowfall. So I got this in the Bullseye Playground at Target. And there are all these different snowflakes in here. And so I just want to use a couple, we'll see. I know for sure I would like to use this pink one. And I guess I'll use this turquoise one too. I know it's like an even number, which is kind of weird, but that's fine. So this is our first big snowfall. And you might have seen that like much of the East Coast shut down. We did not really stop, but it is what it is. Oh, I forgot to mark on Tuesday. I had a shift. So let me just go back to Tuesday. And I'm gonna pull another one of these little stars. And I'm just gonna squeeze it in right here. So on Tuesday, I had my shift from 1 to 4. Obviously, Wednesday I didn't work because jury duty. All right. So Thursday, I was meeting with students all morning. I'm going to use a quarter box for that. So let me just clean it up. And I'm just going to put that down right here. And just mark that I'm meeting with students. So they have a paper due this week. I think I already said that. So that kept them busy, I think. All right. In the afternoon, at the end of the day, we had curling. So I marked that with a blue quarter box last time. So I'm going to see. All right. I still have one blue quarter box left. So I'm going to use that and put that way down at the bottom because that was the last thing that we did. We had another late game. If anybody knows of somebody who makes curling stickers, let me know. I doubt there is anyone, but if there is. All right, before that, we went out to eat to Tokyo, which is our sushi restaurant. So I'm just gonna pull another one of these little black hearts. Just like I used before. I think I'm gonna put it on this side and just mark that we went to Tokyo and we had sushi. And then before that, at the top of this section, I'm going to mark that I had a shift. And so that shift was again from 1 to 4. All right, and then in this middle spot, the other two things I did were to design, and then I also did some analyses. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to mark those things in that amount of space that I have left. Let me see. So I'm just like looking through. This is a gold digger set again. So I have these gold stars. All right, so I'm gonna use a gold star, I think. I'm gonna use the gold star to mark design. And then there's like this peach colored asterisk that I'm going to use to mark emails. All right, so I had a bunch of emails and then I did design. All right, so that's not like the best section, but I am fine with it. Okay, so Friday, I actually didn't do that much on Friday either. Okay, so first up, I am going to put down my headers just like I've been doing. Let me find my ruler. So if any of you are curious, I got this ruler off of a shop on AliExpress. If anybody wants to know the shop, I can try to find it in my old orders. So if you want that, just comment below and I will look for it. Otherwise, honestly, I'm not going to spend the time if nobody cares about it. That did not cut at all. All right, close enough. So this is not my most straight headers that I have ever created. But I feel like once it's done, the terribleness is not really noticeable. Okay, so let's see. On Friday, the major thing that we had to do was a lot of shoveling. So it took us over an hour to shovel ourselves out before we could go to work. So that was pretty exciting. So I'm just gonna mark that right here. I am just, let me see if I can pull. So there's some tinier snowflakes in here as well. So I'm just gonna pull one of these tiny snowflakes. from the same set from the top dollar Bullseye Playground at Target, and mark that. And then I met with students, and then I had a meeting with Kevin, and I had a shift. All right, so first I'm gonna mark my shift because that was actually the first main thing I did that day. So I'm gonna put that right here. And I actually had my shift was from 8:30 to 11:30. All right, so next up, I met with some students. My area over here is like a complete disaster. All right, so I'm gonna pull another one of these fancy quarter boxes. It's in the same color, but that's fine. And I'm just going to mark on there that I met with students. Again, a bunch of them in preparation for the exam. And then I'm gonna take this like dark turquoise / teal asterisk out of the set and put it down right here and just mark meet with Kevin. So he is another faculty member / a faculty member in my department, and we needed to meet to talk about some teaching related stuff. All right, so that's all I did. So I want to use 2 boxes again. So for one, I'm going to use this like brightly colored leaves, and I'm going to put that up at the top like that. And the other one, I want to use something like a little bit darker, I guess. So I don't want to use this one, and I don't want to use the give thanks one for sure. So I think I'm going to use this like roadway through the woods. It was much snowier than this, obviously, on my Friday, but that is okay. So I did a terrible job cutting this, so now I am freehand fixing it, which may or may not be the best idea. Oh, perfect. And I didn't even cut my planner. Awesome. All right. So I am just going to put that down at the bottom. Okay, so Saturday we went to Stever's, which is a chocolate shop, Michael's Tai Chi, and otherwise had a lazy day. Okay, so first up I have my weekend banner. This is from an old kit. I'm not totally certain where it's from, to be honest. So before I put that down, I just wanted to stick down some washi, I think. So I've been doing a washi weekend banner. I'm just not really in the mood to do it today. Not really sure why, but I just don't feel like doing it, so I'm just not gonna do it. All right, so this is like very wrinkled, but I don't actually mind. That's just how today is going. What can I say? All right, so let me just trim this. All right, so now I have some washi down, and then I'm just gonna put the weekend banner kind of like at the bottom of that washi. And then I'm going to do a, actually I think I might leave it like that for the time being. I have some things that I'm going to need to fill in for Sunday. So Saturday I think has some extra space, and I will probably fill in with some washi. But Sunday I actually have some things going on. So I don't want to take up too much space. Okay, so I want to put down a full box in the middle on Saturday, so I think I'm going to use this really cute hedgehog. All right, so that's going down there. Okay, so in the morning, up at the top actually, I have from Sassy Apple Studios these Gala Lazy Day girls. I am going to put one of her down, and I think that I'm gonna put it on this fancy label. So hopefully I can like pick this one up. All right. So we had a pretty lazy day, which was really nice. We didn't sleep in super late. We didn't get up early either. So I just picked up the girl because I just wanted to like set her down a little bit better. And then we just like watched some TV, made a leisurely breakfast, those kind of things. Okay, then we went to Tai Chi, which is a ramen slash bubble tea place. We are there for the ramen, to be completely honest. That's like our favorite part. So I'm just going to use another one of these tiny hearts that I've been using to mark that. I should probably put it on the other side, but I think it looks okay here. So just mark down Tai Chi. And then we went to Stevers and Michael's. Okay, so I feel like we need some more of this like darker, like brighter blue color. So I'm going to take one of these little things that I was using at the beginning of the week to mark emails. I'm going to trim off the excess stuff because that's what you have to do. And I think I'm going to put Stevers on here. So that's a chocolate shop that is amazing, and we don't go to very often because we would just buy all the chocolate. Okay, so mark that down, and then I'm going to use this extra from Bella Digital Designs. It's a little shopping cart, and I'm going to put that down here to mark that I went to Michael's. So there's that. And then I'm going to just finish off this section with a little bit more of this washi that I used in the sidebar to kind of fill in this space. All right, so there is that. All right, Saturday is done now. Moving on to Sunday. In the morning, I did some couponing and tidying. So I think I'm just going to pull a quarter box, and I'm just going to mark both those things in the same quarter box. They're obviously not done at the same time, but they are, you know, household chores I do in most Sunday mornings. All right, and if I can find this, all right, here we go. I'm going to put this down yet again for these last two headers. So close to being done. All right. So I feel like I should say this coming week I'm going to be traveling, so my plan with me might be posted a little bit late next week, but I promise it'll get up. All right. So now the last box. I think I'm going to use this like apple pie box. Okay. If I can like tear it off. There we go. And I'm going to put this one down at the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to fill in this spot. So we went to Costco and we bought, I don't know, it wasn't a ridiculous amount, but a fair amount of stuff. So I'm just going to use this little dollar sign from Bella Digital Designs, the same leftover. So we went to Costco, and then we went to Qingdao for some food. I think this is actually the wrong order, but that's fine. I don't really care. So I am just going to mark that here. So we went to Qingdao, had some Chinese food, and then I had to pack. So let me see. This is a sampler from Corsa's Creations. I'm just seeing if there's like something that would work for travel. Oh, I see this little suitcase on here. Do I want to use that one? Sure. All right, I'm going to use this little suitcase from here to mark that I packed for our trip to Phoenix. We are leaving Tuesday, which is tomorrow. I'm filming this on Monday the 19th. All right, and then the last thing is, I think I want to use a bright blue fancy label for this. I had a Google Hangout with some friends from college. All right, so I'm gonna like pick up the bottom of this. Okay. And tuck that right in there. Okay, so I want to mark somehow, that was obviously like a big deal and important, to do a Google Hangout with them. I'm just like looking at some of the things that I have pulled out. I don't really have like the right thing. Let me see if in this set there's anything that will work. Oh, there's these little hearts up here. Okay, this will work. That one does not want to peel up properly, so I will take this one. Okay, so I did a Google Hangout with two of my friends. Hi Monica, hi Judy. So we try to do that every so often. All right, so now let me move all this crap out of the way and let's open this up. All right, so that is what this last week looked like. I really love this bottom washi. I like how it turned out. And I like using these like non-traditional fall colors. So next week, this week is obviously Thanksgiving week. And then after that, we're starting to get into Christmas kits because this is the first week of December all the way over there. All right, so I hope you enjoy. I won't talk to you again before Thanksgiving, so have an awesome Thanksgiving. Comment below what you're doing, if you have any exciting plans, and let me know what you want for kits for winter so that I can start designing those. And let me know if you're gonna shop in the Black Friday sales or which sales you're gonna shop. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye.